Okay. Hey.
Hey.
Joe. How are you? Come in.
Back again.
Yeah. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad.
Good.
How are you?
What have you been up to?
Not too much today. Just a bit of
Yeah.
had a look at one of the lookouts near here.
Oh, good. Good. A lookout.
Yeah, lookout actually.
Where?
What's the name of? It was
Down near the airport.
geology.
A geology point or something.
I swear
Yeah.
I saw him.
Ah, okay.
Geology.
Okay. Yeah, after the fires, they built more lookouts, and the walking tracks are much better, and more benches along the way as well.
Yeah.
Yes, they did a great job.
Yeah.
So I'm drawing messages on cups.
Right.
You'd have seen them on your cups.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
I have maybe 25 different letters or characters that I keep rotating. And
Okay.
but first of all, I line up the seams of the cups so that I can write on the other side.
Right.
In the middle.
Yeah,
Same.
and I write orders along the seam, like if it's flat white with one sugar, just F and one, and then when I present, I pour like a bunny rabbit, say, so that the face
It's
looks
fixed.
that way with the letter
okay.
O, and when I present it, it looks the right way.
Right.
Yeah.
Same side, all facing the customer.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you. So yeah, that's good to go. Where's my pencil? Oh, almost lost it. Okay. So these are. I tried many different color pencils. This is called I can't say it properly. Dermatograph, like skin. Can you say it? Dermatologist.
Dermatology.
Yeah, dermatograph. So this color pencil was developed to write on people's skins before operations or during operations.
Oh.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's nice and soft. Yeah, it's nice and soft. And because I do lots and lots, the softer the lead, the easier it is.
Yeah.
And it actually writes nicely too. So this particular one has done quite a few already.
Right. Yeah.
So it's-
That's just.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
he's not retired yet.
Well
I made an extender.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So I have a few symbols, just symbols that people can work out, like an exclamation mark, and I add this thing. Can you guess what this is? A little creature. It's actually a dog.
A dog?
It doesn't look like a dog, but it's a dog.
Yeah.
And it's not just a dog. It's a particular dog that actually lives in this world,
Oh, okay.
called Mochi.
Mochi.
Yeah.
That's cute.
Mochi is a Japanese word for stretchy rice cake,
Oh,
and it's white.
nice.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
and they've got their own, because I'm sure I've seen it on your Insta. They've
Yeah.
got their own Insta page.
They do. And they came here, and that's how I got to know him. I loved him, so I'm following him. Maybe you can look him up.
Yeah, sure. What's
Mochi,
the?
Mochi, M-O-C-H-I, Lu Westy.
Mochi Lewesti.
Yeah.
Alright. Okay. This.
Yeah. That's him. Or maybe can you show the profile page?
Of
Yeah.
course.
Yeah. He's really cute, and his parents are lovely. Look at the bow tie. Yeah. So he was so cute. I had lost my dog a couple of years prior to that. Mochi came to this shop, not that much long after I opened. So I really liked him, and I remembered him. And
Now he's on all your
yeah, all my cups. But as I did initially, it looked more like Mochi
Over
in
time.
my head anyway. But over time, it's changed so much. It doesn't look like anything anymore.
Still pretty cute. though.
Yeah. But Mochi knows that it's Mochi because I once wrote a message to them, to the parents, to let him know that this is actually Mochi.
Yeah.
I hope Mochi can visit the shop again. But he was just a little puppy then. Now he's a grown-up dog. So I do some kanji or Chinese characters with meanings. Yeah. This
You
one,
said you had 25.
maybe 20, something like that. Yeah. This happens to mean the truth.
Truth?
Yeah.
Okay.
Most of them, or many, all of them are reasonably positive. Yeah, the truth can be a bit heavy, but and then I used to do spicy ones as well, like evil.
Evil.
But
That's mixed messages.
but most people don't notice
No.
this at all. But just once in a while, maybe 1 in 30 people would notice
Why
it
did
and
you
come
make
to me
up
and
evil?
come and ask, "Oh, hey, what is this?" And I say, yeah, actually these are letters and they have meanings. And that person would ask, oh, then what is this? This one is goodness, the opposite of evil. But one day a young local girl pulled evil, and she happened to ask me. I
Did you
couldn't
tell
lie,
her
so I
the-
said,
did you tell her the
I said it's evil. I'm not sure if she liked it, so I stopped doing spicy ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the next one is beauty. So the truth, goodness, and beauty are the first 3. But my Japanese handwritings are very messy.
Right.
It's just that people can tell. But there are some people who come to check out my Instagram from Japan, and they must be thinking, such bad writing, and why would he put them on cups? Yeah. So that was dream, and this is light, not heavy and light as in ray.
Sun.
Yeah. Today was overcast, but hopefully tomorrow will be good. Tomorrow we'll have light.
Lighter,
Yeah. The next one is trust, and this is interesting. It's made of 2 components. So this bit means person, and that bit means words. So someone's words, and that means trust.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah. And until I started doing this, I never paid any attention, so
Yeah.
I didn't think about how interesting this is. Yes.
Yeah, that's really cool.
And the next one is friends. So it's not just mochi. Friends. So it needs 2 things. I draw another thing here, and this is actually a pig.
A pig?
Yeah, a cartoon pig character in Japan, cartoon comics that I used to enjoy reading as a child.
Okay, that's awesome.
It doesn't look anything like it anymore, but so Mochi and the pig, they're friends now.
That's cute.
Yeah. The next one is love. So when I used to do spicy ones, I used to change facial expressions.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I had like fear as well, or perplexed, or something like that. So I used to change faces,
Oh, yeah.
and I could afford to do that because I was open 12 months, and there aren't many cups to make over winter. I think the least I ever did was like maybe 6 cups.
Right, yeah.
From 6:30 to 12:30, just shivering, and I used to draw on cups, so I had more time to spend on each cup. Yeah, that was fun, but just too cold. I can't do it. So next, yeah. So we take a change of direction and a flower.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And these cups have got quite a good texture, so you can write on them well. They're not
Yeah.
waxy.
Yeah. Like I used to use this cup. This is biodegradable and nice, but it's got that slippery, very smooth surface. Not plasticky, but very smooth. So this has rough roughish, nice texture to it, so it rides well too. And it's more solid, it's less flexy, so it's nice to hold and ride and drink as well.
Yeah.
When you drink, if the paper cup is too thin, it deforms and you may spill initially because you may hold too tight and you may make it smaller just a little bit. So I'm really happy with this cup, and it's made of not pulp but plant waste materials like sugarcane waste things, and they say this breaks down in usual backyard compost bins, and I tried it and it does break down, but more conventional biodegradables, they're compostable but they need specific temperature range, like high temperature and other specific conditions, and they don't really break down quick enough in backyard compost bins.
Right.
So this is a bit more expensive, but it feels nice. They say that these have better environmental characteristics, so I made a switch. But essentially, I made the final decision because they feel nice in the hands. They look nicer, and they feel nicer. The rough texture. And a coffee equipment company that makes my Asina grinder Mythos. It's a big company, and they did a trial. They gave different cups of different surface textures to people with the exact same coffee in them.
Right.
And the shapes are the same, only the surface textures are different. And people tasted difference.
Yeah.
Like coarse surfaces gave them an impression that coffee is richer.
Really?
Yeah, so maybe
That's an awesome
maybe
experiment.
people find my coffee is richer now because darker color and also rough texture.
Yeah.
And it's something I wouldn't have thought much about.
Yeah.
But yeah, it can make
Yeah,
quite a
yeah.
difference.
And this morning, a local customer came. She hadn't been here for a little while, so it was the first time for her to see this cup. And she said, "Oh,
Change
you
cups.
went bigger."
Yeah.
And it's actually exactly the same size. The shape is almost exactly identical. Like the lids, even though this is from another company, the old company's lids still fit because it's the same shape.
Same, wow.
But the color is different, the feel in the hand is different, so she thought it was bigger. Yeah, it's interesting, yeah. So in this mochi's ears are flopping because this letter means wind, breeze. Yeah,
Oh, that's so
it's
cute.
it's flapping in the wind. And a couple of characters, or maybe just one. This is the moon, so it doesn't have him. Yeah. Right. And we realized at this shop that this is small as compared to other takeaway cups, but especially with a old-fashioned machine, it's not easy to pull shots quickly enough to cater for bigger cups. And for this size, our machine works well. It can produce enough volume of coffee to go with the rest, which is filled with milk, and it gives a good balance.
A better ratio.
Yeah,
Right?
good ratio. And actually, these aren't that small. These are surprisingly large. Like if you sit down in a shop and order a latte, you might get something like this. And this is heavy and it feels bigger, but it's actually more than 10% smaller. So the paper cup holds 237 ml. This only holds 200. So when you sit down in a cafe and drink a standard size coffee, it's actually quite small. And this comes from a very popular, very well-known cafe in Brighton, a good quality place. And this is the cup they use for cappuccino and flat white, and it holds only 160.
Wow.
So usually takeaway coffees are much weaker, meaning less coffee to milk ratio. And I went this way. This is still bigger than this.
Yeah.
To try to be consistent with the typical coffee to milk ratio that's consumed in house.
Yeah.
So I wish I could do bigger, but I'm not. We're not doing small just for the sake of it. There's a reason for it too. Yeah. Right. So.
Nice. Well,
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
thank you for showing us that.
That's okay. Ah. All right. Okay, so I still have a tiny bit of long black left, and this cup is much smaller. I think. Oh, actually not. This is 170. It's not that small. This is bigger than that. Would you believe it? This is 160. This is 170. It's very light and very tall and narrow. So in my hand, definitely this feels quite a bit smaller, but it's larger than that.
Yeah.
It's thick, so actually the capacity is less.
Deceptive.
Yeah, deceptive. And the beauty about using paper cups, they are the same all the time. I mean, the difference may be only 0.1 gram. So I weigh sometimes even finished coffee, but as I pour shots in this, I weigh so that I know how much was that particular shot.
Yeah.
That's important to keep things consistent. And if I was using ceramics or maybe people's keep cups,
Right.
I can't be doing it. It
No.
takes too much time.
Much more variable each time.
Yeah, because this weighs the same from one to another. I don't need to be tearing all the time. Tearing, yeah.
Yeah.
So there are quite a few good things about paper cups. Yeah, we realize it can be seen as a waste to just use it once and throw away. But for my particular shop, I think it works, and especially after bushfires, paper cups are really useful.
Yeah.
We didn't have to wash up. We could make drinks quickly, and they were hygienic. Yeah.
And they're those particular ones, as you say, were biodegradable.
And made from waste material anyway,
Yeah.
something that was going to be thrown away, made into something useful. And some people have taken them home and used them to raise vegetable seedlings as such.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it breaks down in the ground.
Yeah, excellent.
Yeah.
Such a good idea.
Okay, so that's
Thank
about
you
it.
again.
Yeah, thank you for coming.